Okay, this is a video going out to a psychiatrist, if there is one, that I can send this to. I'm in a really serious predicament because basically my mental illness is threatening my home life. It's completely ruined my relationships, and it's making me feel suicidal on a daily basis. And that's an awful lot to cope with. And the fact that at the moment I'm living with my mum, and I am very dependent on her, completely dependent on her. I can't be away from her for more than a couple of days. And the thing is that she's got the coronavirus, and I am really, really frightened because, if anything happened to her, I wouldn't cope. I wouldn't be able to cope at all. So I desperately, desperately need help, and I need it soon. And I need it really soon from somebody who's got an idea of what they're talking about. Now, my symptoms are based around something that's happened 5 years ago, and basically I've struggled with it ever since. And that was that I was in a club one night, and I went out, and I met this guy, and he took me back to his apartment, and he gave me a tablet, and the tablet didn't seem to have any effect, so he kept giving me them, and I ended up having way too many and had like an overdose, ended up in hospital having my stomach pumped, and then I had like a fit, and essentially what happened ever since then was that I've suffered with something called flat affect, which I believe is from a brain injury. Now the thing is that I'm really concerned that someone would just think, oh no, it's just depression, because it's not just depression, because I've been on mirtazapine, antidepressants for, and aripiprazole for years now, and it hasn't helped me. So what I'm saying is that I desperately need this help right now, because there's a lot of difficulty in my home life, and I really do need the support and the help. I also have a lot of anxiety and insomnia, so some sort of, diazepam is a real must to help me get through this time. Now, I was thinking that perhaps if I went on something like that would help, because I feel like the receptors in my brain, in the reward pathway, the limbic system, or in that area of the brain, have been damaged, and I feel like I need some kind of strong other antidepressant medication, perhaps, to help those symptoms, or maybe some sort of other antipsychotic to help those symptoms. I don't really know what my diagnosis is. I just know that living with this illness is impossible, because I can't smile at people. I can't therefore function. I can't function as a result of it. And it's causing me massive problems at home, massive problems. Obviously, I'm not able to deal with situations, and has done for a long time. And I was better at one point because I was working, but even then I still had this sort of flat effect after that incident, and I was going into work every day and taking a large flask of coffee to try and keep me up, try to keep me like a caffeine, to try and keep me high and up, not high, but just level, right? And it's like I couldn't. I was doing better back then, so I was serving a lot of customers in a big restaurant, and I had to deal with the main floor, and I did so for about 5 months. But after a while, one of my colleagues noticed something was wrong, and she pulled me aside and she said, "Lydia, what's wrong?" And I couldn't tell her what was wrong, because I knew that it would cause a problem, because I didn't know how to explain what was wrong. And if I said that I thought I had a brain injury or whatever, they would dismiss me, and they did, because of it. But while I was there, I did so well, and it was because of the fact that it changed management, and there was a new person who took over, who I didn't see eye to eye to in the same way as the other lady who was previously in charge. But anyway, I was very, very strong in that job and I was doing really well. And then that sort of knocked my confidence, and then I think in a way, ever since I've just been, the illness has just got worse, and I don't know how to cope with it anymore, and I feel suicidal a lot of the time. I feel very hopeless a lot of the time, and I really do need some support and guidance. So if there's any medication advice, can you please give me some? And with regards to diazepam or something to help me sleep and to treat my anxiety, that would be really helpful as well. Okay, so thank you for listening to me. Yeah,